artists or performers from the country to get any exposure into town. A lot of people felt that the country people didn't have a lot of talent in those days. It all came from Chapman Lane and so on and so forth. Anyhow, I had a friend who lived on Colonial Road in this big house where it had Terry Prescott, Chubby, the limber dance and all those guys, okay? So I was at this house one evening and Jackie was there. Remember, Jackie was there and Eric Fly was also there. And we were having a game of cards. And I was always very keen on singing. And in those days, we used to talk about eating a lot of Eclipse biscuits and that kind of give you a crisp, clear voice. And I said to Jackie, this was my chance, I said, Jackie, so tell me, Jackie, what do you do to keep that voice, so powerful and so melodic? He looked at me without blinking an eye. He said, I drink a lot and I smoke a lot. And it was at that point in time that I knew that I would never be a good singer. Because I have a very low tolerance for alcohol. Now, I'm going to tell you that, okay? Very, very, very low tolerance for alcohol. And I remember seeing and watching Jackie at the Globe Cinema. He performed on the Joe Tex in concert show at the Globe Cinema. And in those days, I had to use a technique to get into those places, because I didn't have any money. So I was, at that point in time, I was enrolled in a college in the United States. And I had an emblem on my blazer, so I would always say, when I go to those shows, I would say, well, I'm performing tonight. And I would always get in, and I would always get backstage. So I got backstage. And I remember when Jackie got on stage, Jackie just tore the place down. And I remember was the MC at the side of the stage signaling Jackie to come off because Jackie had done about 4 or 5 songs. And somebody said, when Jackie is singing, you cannot get him off the stage. He's like that. So you don't ever ask Jackie to do 1 or 2 songs. But Jackie was really, really on top of the show. So much so that I can tell you from watching Jackie that night and watching Joe Tex that night, that the only thing that Joe Tex had on Jackie, he couldn't come close in terms of voice, but what Joe Tex had on Jackie that night was microphone techniques. A lot of antics on stage where Joe Tex would just tip the microphone. A few